With a heavy heart and a resigned demeanor, Jamari accepted his fate, knowing full well the futility of resistance in the face of Damon's calculated maneuvers. As the handcuffs clicked into place, Jamari's gaze met Damon's, a silent exchange of acknowledgement passing between them amidst the chaos.
You're a wise man, Mr. Hamilton.
But beneath Jamari's stoic facade lied a simmering defiance, his resolve unshaken despite the dire circumstances. He was wondering, and though to himself,
the bastard really thought this through. In order to get the military, you need to get them hours before they can unite themselves and come. I understand that he's the heir of the Serafino family, but going against the Hamilton family is a huge bet, which he would most likely lose. Could he really not be defeated? If he offends us, that would mean he offended a lot of people. This is far from over. We'll see who has the last laugh.
With a sense of foreboding hanging heavy in the air, the stage was set for a showdown of epic proportions. As Jamari's icy resolve met Damon's calculated cunning, the once tranquil halls of the Agape Charity now echoed with the frenetic energy of media frenzy, as reporters from across the globe descended upon the scene, eager to uncover the truth behind the unfolding scandal. The reports were flooding the screens of so many people across the globe.
It's reported that the Agape Charity, the #1 charity group in Hoxia's Andover province, was investigated because it swallowed up $30 billion in charitable funds from a rich businessman in Andover province and was unwilling to show the whereabouts of the charitable funds.
According to the latest report, behind the Agape Charity is actually a huge underground bank. At present, the banks are mainly distributed in the coastal areas of Hoxia, Ireland, Macau, and Southeast Asia. So far, there is still no way to confirm the truth behind the Agape Charity. The case is being further investigated.
Even some of the media houses in the Andover province started to report on this matter. Amidst the chaos, Joyce, the enigmatic figure from the Serafino family, arrived on the scene, her presence signaling a new development in the unfolding drama.
Well, isn't this interesting?
What's caught your attention?
You've stirred up quite the hornet's nest, Damon. Do you understand the magnitude of the forces you're up against? Making enemies with the Hamilton family means making enemies with the entire Andover province.
Damon's demeanor remained cool and composed, unfazed by Joyce's ominous warning.
And what makes you think I should be concerned? And was that the reason you didn't call me just now, Miss Mellons?
Behind the Hamilton family lies the might of Andover province. Challenge them, and you'll have the entire province on your back.
Damon's lips curled into a sardonic smile, his irreverence palpable as he challenged Joyce's veiled threats.
So what you're saying is I should be trembling in my boots. Sorry to disappoint, Miss Mellons.
Spare me your childish banter, Damon. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
As their exchange bristled with tension, it became clear that beneath the surface lay a power struggle of monumental proportions, where allegiances were tested and alliances were forged in the crucible of ambition.
Well, would you enlighten me as to what doesn't count as nonsense to you? Do you not like me calling you Miss Mellons? It's also true that your standard shouldn't be measured by your face either.
Joyce cussed Damon in her heart. Initially, Joyce came here to praise Damon for his wit. The way Damon had spent the $30 billion, she knew he was going to sink it and be doomed himself. However, now Damon's worth was more than $30 billion, an amount that would completely change the course of the Hamilton family. At this moment, Damon had half of the town people under his thumb. Outside the Agape Charity building, tension thickened as the air crackled with anticipation. Joyce, her tone icy, delivered a final warning to Damon before turning to leave, her disdain palpable.
I wanted to help you at first. Well, forget it. I'd better watch you die.
As Joyce walked away, her departure heralded the arrival of a formidable force outside the charity building. Like a relentless tide, a swarm of people converged upon the scene, their expressions dark and foreboding, suggesting imminent danger. Groups of individuals began to gather, their numbers multiplying rapidly, each one bearing a look of malice that bodes ill for Damon's fate. With the police presence dwindling, the Agape Charity was left vulnerable, exposed to the wrath of those who seek retribution.
You really came here looking for trouble?
People gathered in more numbers, even overshadowing the police, and they came here for blood, be it Damon's. They didn't care. Amidst the growing tumult, Joyce, her concern evident, urged Damon to flee the impending danger, aware of the dire consequences should he linger.
Damon, let's go.
Damon, however, remained unmoved by the looming threat, his demeanor betraying an air of indifference in the face of impending conflict. If he came out here in confidence, he thought he was going to be safe. However, if he didn't leave now, he would be in trouble. He looked at the person in front of him, but he didn't move.
He wants to defeat you in your way.
As the crowd advanced towards Damon, their intentions clear, the stage was set for a confrontation that will test the limits of Damon's power and influence in Andover Province. Outside the Agape charity, tension mounted as two distinct groups converged, each with its own agenda. The entrepreneurs of Andover Province, staunch supporters of the charity, voiced their dismay at the unfolding turmoil. However, only one of the groups was targeting Damon.
What's going on?
Why are people causing trouble here?
The Agape charity has done so much good over the years. How can anyone dare to disrupt it?
Their voices echoed with concern and disbelief as they rallied to defend the Agape charity, aware that its downfall could spell trouble for them as well. If there was a conflict between the two groups of people, no matter what reasoning Damon would give.
That's right. Some people really don't have a conscience. How can they not see how many good things Agape Charity has done over the past few years?
It was obvious that these people were here to defend the charity's face. They had strong links to the charity, and if something were to happen, they would go down with it as well. Meanwhile, Damon, his resolve unwavered, faced the growing opposition with steely determination.
Stop me? Do you dare?
Joyce, watching Damon closely, grappled with the gravity of the situation, realizing the dire implications of resorting to force in the face of such overwhelming odds.
What are you going to do?
Joyce grappled with the seriousness of the situation. According to her, there was no other way to tackle the situation than by using force. But where would they get so much force in such a short span of time? As the tension escalated, a new group arrived on the scene, their presence commanding attention and instilling fear in all who witnessed their approach. Even the police couldn't stop them at the entrance. They were Mr. Josh's men, known for their ruthlessness and disregard for authority. With Mr. Josh's men now on the scene, the balance of power shifted once more, plunging the situation into further chaos and uncertainty. The fate of the Agape charity hung in the balance, its future teetering on the brink of destruction. The tension reached its peak as Mr. Josh entered, his mere presence shifting the dynamics of the confrontation.
Mr. Hemsworth, sorry I'm late.
His arrival sparked disbelief and outrage among Damon's nemesis, who questioned his motives and sanity in daring to challenge the Hamilton family.
Mr. Josh, are you out of your mind? Going against the Hamilton family?
Do you even know who you're dealing with? You're nothing in this territory.
Under normal circumstances, Mr. Josh would have never provoked the Hamilton family, but today he remained unfazed by their threats and insults, his resolve unyielding.
Aren't you afraid that the Hamilton family will not spare you? I've never been afraid.
Another person tried to reprimand him, saying,
Bah! Who do you think you are? Don't you know your status? You're a piece of trash in the underground world. You won't have the chance to cause trouble here. As soon as the police would arrive, you'd be the first to run, so stop acting all high and mighty.
The confrontation escalated further as Damon's allies attempted to belittle Mr. Josh's influence, but he refused to engage in their provocations, focusing instead on the imminent threat posed by the approaching army.
The army is coming?
Damon confirmed his suspicions, prompting Mr. Josh to acknowledge the gravity of the situation, aware that their chances of resolving the conflict peacefully were diminishing with each passing moment.
If they side with the Hamilton family, we're in for a tough battle.
The stakes have never been higher as the standoff between these powerful factions threatened to erupt into all-out war. In truth, the individual who had escorted Jamari away had no intention of causing him undue trouble. Jamari's decision to leave marked not a concession, but a strategic retreat from the battle surrounding Agape Charity. And as the dust settled after the departure of the military, Damon's phone once again pierced the air with its insistent ringtone. This time, the caller was none other than Jamari himself.
Damon, over the years, countless individuals have been privy to the secrets of Agape Charity. But do you know why my organization has remained untouched?
When Jamari called, he seemed to have known a way to restore the business of Agape Charity.
Because they lack the audacity.
You're not wrong. There are those who possess reason, yet few possess the sheer daring you've displayed, Damon. I'm aware of the enmity between you and my son. The inheritance rights of the Serafino family in Andover Province are indeed very important. But I can tell you that the Hamilton family has the absolute power to affect the whole Serafino family.
But what does that have to do with me?
Their exchange was laden with unspoken truths and the weight of past grievances. Jamari's acknowledgement hinted at a deeper understanding between them, transcending the immediate conflict over Agape Charity. As the conversation continued, it became evident that their relationship was far more complex than that of mere adversaries. The significance of the Serafino family's inheritance rights in Andover Province was undeniable. Yet, in the grand scheme of power, Jamari acknowledged the Hamilton family's dominion, capable of exerting influence far beyond the Serafino's reach.
You're a shrewd one, Damon. But alas, I lack a son of your caliber. If I did, perhaps the future of my legacy would be secured. Even if you were to show me mercy today, know that I won't release you from my sights. Is that your game plan?
You misunderstand me. Theodore was merely a pawn, a non-entity in my eyes. My true aim has always been the Hamilton family.
Jamari stood, dumbstruck by Damon's audacity. He had failed to comprehend the depths of Damon's resolve. Despite his recent detainment by the military, Damon's confidence remained unshaken, a testament to his unwavering resolve.
What?
Damon's revelation left Jamari reeling. He had underestimated the extent of Damon's machinations, believing himself to be in control. Yet Damon's words had shattered that illusion, revealing the chasm in their strength.
Perhaps you're unaware. I'm already out on bail. No matter the severity of today's events, the Hamilton family will weather the storm.
And perhaps you were unaware you won't be leaving this military zone today.
The tension between them simmered, each man confident in his own strategy. As Damon's reinforcements approached, Jamari realized his options dwindled, trapped within the confines of Damon's calculated maneuvers.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Click the notification bell so you never miss an update.